I never thought revenge could feel good, but when I cheated on my wife, something in me came alive again, not in a proud way, more like the rush of finally breathing after being held underwater for years. Before we continue, take a second to subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments what city you're watching from. I love seeing how far these stories travel, and I read more comments than you think. All right. Let me take you back to the beginning. Let me explain. You have to understand. It wasn't about attraction. It wasn't about love. It was about pain. The kind that sits in your chest day after day until it hardens. The kind that changes you, makes you colder, sharper. My wife and I have been married for 22 years. 22 years of shared laughter, fights, kids, late nights, and quiet mornings. We built a life together, one that I thought was grounded in loyalty, until I found it, a flash drive. At first, I didn't think much of it, just another piece of old tech in a drawer filled with forgotten things. But curiosity's a dangerous thing, especially when your gut tells you something's off. And that day, my gut screamed. When I opened the drive, my world cracked wide open. Photos, videos, her and her boss. Not just once, not a moment of weakness, but a full-blown affair. You could see the timestamps, the places, the intimacy. She let him film her, smiling, laughing, whispering things that used to be ours. And the worst part? The location settings were still on. I knew exactly when, where, and how it all happened. She said it was over, that it ended years ago, that she never planned to leave me, just needed someone to take care of her. You know the kind of words that burn even when they're meant to sound soft? That was one of them. Because when she said that, all I could think was, so while I was grieving my son, while I was drowning in silence and guilt and sadness from a loss I still can't talk about without shaking, she was out there being taken care of. We could have leaned on each other. The pain could have brought us closer. But instead, she went to him. She claims it was about loneliness, that it wasn't love, that it was comfort. But how do you call what I saw comfort? How do you let someone record a piece of your soul, your body, your intimacy, and still swear it meant nothing? When I confronted her, she cried. She said it was meant to be a secret forever, something she would confess on her deathbed. Her exact words were, "It was supposed to die with me." But that day, something else died instead. Me. I remember standing there staring at her, not recognizing the woman I married, the woman who knew my every scar and still managed to carve another one just as deep. Therapy followed. Promises followed, begging, apologies. And for a while I believed it was over, that maybe forgiveness could patch the holes, that if I buried the images deep enough, my mind would stop replaying them. But trauma doesn't fade. It mutates. Every time she'd walk out the door, I'd wonder if she was really going where she said she was. Every time her phone buzzed, my stomach would tighten. I hated that feeling, that I'd become the paranoid version of myself I used to pity in others. I told her, if we're going to rebuild, you need to erase every piece of it. Every photo, every video, everything. She promised she would. But promises don't erase memories. They don't erase the sound of laughter in a video that wasn't meant for your ears. And so, the bitterness grew, quietly, like a disease. Then one night, it happened. I met someone. It was innocent at first. A conversation that lingered too long, a glance that said more than it should have. And before I knew it, I crossed that same line I once swore was unforgivable. And the truth is, in that moment, it felt good. Not righteous, not moral, just good. Because for the first time in years, the scales felt balanced. It wasn't love. It wasn't even connection. It was release. People talk about revenge like it's ugly, and maybe it is. But when your soul's been torn open, ugliness can start to look a lot like justice. Afterward, I looked in the mirror expecting to hate myself, but I didn't. I just saw someone broken trying to feel whole again. Someone tired of carrying pain that wasn't entirely his fault. I know cheating to fix pain is like drinking poison to cure thirst. I know that. But when I think about everything, about her choices, about what she allowed, about the lies stacked like bricks between us, part of me still feels that rush of satisfaction. Maybe that makes me no better. Maybe that makes me worse. But maybe, just maybe, it makes me human. See, forgiveness isn't some cinematic moment where everything snaps back to perfect. It's messy. It's uneven. It's two people trying to rebuild a house that's already burned to the ground. And right now, I don't even know if there's anything left to rebuild. She says she still loves me, that she never stopped, that what she did was a mistake, and that we can still write the rest of our story together. But every time I look at her, I see ghost images from that flash drive. Her face, his hands, their smiles. Every frame is a scar that no amount of therapy can erase. I told her, "You said it was supposed to be a deathbed confession." "Well," I said, you killed me that day." And I think she finally understood. So now I sit with this strange peace. Part guilt, part closure, part chaos. I don't know what comes next. Maybe we'll find a way through. Maybe we won't. But one truth stays with me. Once you've been betrayed in the deepest way, revenge isn't just about getting even. It's about reclaiming the part of yourself that betrayal tried to erase. And maybe, for that one fleeting moment, that's why it felt good.